We're here with Darian Ringo after a 73-67 loss to Toledo. Any questions for Darian?
Darian, how would you say that the presence of the fans tonight impacted your guys' game?
I thought they were great. I thought they impacted us a lot, and we really wanted to win for them, but we just came up short. I like it. It was great.
They've got some very skilled and experienced players out there out front. How much of a challenge was it for yourself and the guards against them, a very talented offensive team tonight?
It's definitely a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, but I think we're right there. You know, we're young. It's some guys' first year in this league, so I think we're right there. I think we just need to work on a few things, but I also think that we're in a great direction to getting better, in the right direction.
The most glaring thing that jumps off the stat page is the three-point shooting tonight. Kind of struggled there. Was that something you guys have been struggling with in practice, or was that just something that just kind of came up all of a sudden tonight?
I think it was just tonight because a lot of guys get in the gym, and I just think it's confidence, you know. I missed a lot of shots tonight, and I just got to get in the gym, just stay in the gym, fall in love with the gym.
I'll ask Logan as well, but he's got a different perspective from it at his position. How much was it? How much did it affect the offense having a big 6'11" guy in there, sort of an eraser as far as driving and doing things?
It was very difficult. Yeah, he's a great defender. He was timing a lot of our shots, affecting them. So I think it was very difficult. But I just gotta be smarter. When I go up, I gotta come to a jump stop and find my big man. I feel like I could have did that a lot more tonight.
Any more questions? All right. Thank you, Darian. Do we have questions for Logan McLean?
So what was it like for you, maybe personally, and for the team to have a guy like Wally in the gym tonight?
Oh, it was awesome. Just the atmosphere that we had with the crowd. That was the best crowd we've had since I've been here, and I hope it stays like that. They were great, and it was just good to see him come back and support us.
There were little flurries when you were able to get in there, and especially I think the beginning of the second half and everything, and get some things going. And I think some of the spurts, you know, were greatly helped along by what you were doing. How difficult was it for you in there among the trees, so to speak?
I mean, Kanapke, he's a great defender. He blocked some of my shots in the first half, but I wouldn't say it was difficult. I just got to play with a lot more energy, because if I'm running around, I think playing with energy it comes a lot easier than to just try to stop the offense and make a one-on-one move kind of thing.
Even after a loss, and I'm not trying to be funny here, it strikes me as odd that, do you see the irony in having such a poor three-point shooting night with like the greatest three-point shooter in program history in the crowd?
I'm not sure if we came out a little anxious. I know I did. That's the biggest crowd we've seen. We were all hyped up with full of energy, but I just say we got to just calm down and play our game.
Dropping a couple here as far as it seems like for a younger team like this, these don't seem like the kind of guys that are going to get particularly frustrated over dropping a couple here, like the Western and Toledo, some pretty talented teams. You feel like the confidence is still there in a general sense for everybody?
Oh yeah, it's still there. We know we let them. They slipped away from us, so we know we can play with anybody in the conference. Just got to play a full game, but the confidence is still there. It just hurts though.
You have any more questions? All right. Thank you. All right. We're here with head coach Jack Owens after a 73-67 loss to Toledo. Coach, your opening statement.
Well, I just thought we dug ourselves a hole that first half. We got down 11 points, but once we got in the flow and, battled back, we were able to take the lead and make it a competitive game. I truly believe this team is growing. And I wish I was saying this on top of a win, but I do see the growth. 2 months ago, we'd have dug ourselves this kind of hole. it would end up a 20 to 25 point game going away. But I tell you what, the guys are getting better. Just got to continue to get better so we can win a game like this against a quality opponent like we played tonight.
All right, open up for questions.
Obviously, the glaring thing is the three-point shooting tonight. It just wasn't there for you.
Right.
Is that something that they were doing defensively, or something that's just, I don't know, maybe they were hyped up with the crowd and everything,
Yeah.
or there's any number of possible reasons. What's yours?
I think it had a little bit to do with both. Everything you just said, as far as this is our first game, and you're talking about some young guys. We were not ourselves that first half. I thought we took some ill-advised shots, some quick shots. We wasn't quite playing together that first half, but it was a great atmosphere. I hope this is something that we get every game. I think it could be an amazing place when you got a crowd like this. And I think, you see our team, they're fun to watch. Even though the ball doesn't go in, they're going to compete and lay it on the line and put forth a great effort. But, it was a good game. I just wish we were on the other side of it. In the three-point shots, give them credit. They were sound defensively, but the way we played and the way we were able to work downhill a little bit allowed us to have some open shots that just didn't go in.
Especially at first, there was, looked like a lot of defense, and then the offenses for both teams seemed to struggle. How did you feel about the defensive effort tonight? They're a team that can score a lot of points.
Right.
They ended up with 73. How did you feel about your own team's defensive effort?
Yeah, I mean, they averaged 82 points a game. I thought we did a good job defensively, just making them score in the half-court setting in the second half. We were down 11, and to grind it out and to make it a one or two possession game the entire game was was great. It was great to see. But I would like for us, once we taken the lead, to just be able to expand on that. But we had a turnover there. We had 6 turnovers in the first half. We get 2. In the second half, but that one during that stretch, it hurt us, and we had a rhythm 3 from Logan at the top of the key. I wish he would have taken that one just to see what would have happened there, but he chose not to do that. But at the end of the day, that's his judgment. I tell him to take his rhythm shots. If he doesn't have it, move the basketball, and he did that. And I thought he had a great game competing and what he gave us tonight, Logan.
Jack over here.
Yeah.
What would it mean to the program and to your kids to have Zerbiak come back and just?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, he's a guy that we all talk about. He's between him and Harper, however you slice it, is arguably the best players in our school history. But Wally's a great guy. I watched him play with, him and Damon when they played. When we were in college, it was always a team and a school I watched because of Damon, and obviously watched Wally play a lot of college games. But for him to come back and guys, understand what he meant to the school and the success he had after leaving Miami, I think it gives them or they understand you can achieve all your goals here. Like I told them in recruiting, we can win our league, we can go to NCAA tournament, and if you want to play professionally, you can do that. But also, you're going to get your degree. But to have him come back, be around the guys, and be around during pregame was just awesome. He's a great guy. He spoke to a few of the guys. He spoke to the team. Just great having guys come back. Not only Wally, we would like all the guys to come back and be around it and establish our program that way.
So, Coach, how would you describe having over 3,000 fans at the game? Kind of like the impact on the players, and kind of like how do you think the team kind of fed off that?
They were excited, extremely excited. I was on the board, and it was the first time, and I was like, I wonder how they're going to react to this. Like, Coach, man, it's great out there. They were all excited to have a crowd like that. Hopefully, the student body and everyone who came out tonight saw this is a good team. We're going to continue to get better. We're young and we're growing, and we're a new team, but at the same time, these guys deserve that crowd, what they had tonight, and hopefully this is something we can build off of.
They got to the line 28 times tonight, converted on 21 of those 28 attempts, and you guys only took 10 shots, converted 7 times. What kind of impact do you think that had on the game?
It's huge. It's huge. That is, until I watch film, I really can't say why it was that big of a difference. We do pressure the basketball, but at the same time, Ringo and Nike and Jalen, they work to get downhill as well. But it is what it is, man. That is a good team. They're well coached. Hats off to them. Hopefully they're a team that we can meet up in the conference tournament.
They've got a lot of experience out there, and that, in addition to being skilled, good shooters and so forth like that, you could tell that they were extremely poised and
Right.
could run their offensive sets and that. It's how much of an experience factor did you see in this, since you've got a pretty young team?
Well, I pointed that out to the guys. I just said, hey, guys, they have experience. They have probably the best player in our league. And Fletcher, he's been around. He's seen it all. He was at a Power 5 school, but he's a really good player. He does a lot for them. But their experience obviously show. When you got that much game experience and they're well coached and they've been together and they want to run their stuff in the half-court setting, it definitely shows. Where they can, make plays and do the things they need to do, but the experience definitely showed up.
Did you feel like at any point in time that you had to change anything related to Kanapke being pretty effective as an eraser in there?
You know what? I tell the guys to attack with angles at all times. He's a good shot blocker, or he's going to attempt to block shots. But as you saw, when Nike was able to work downhill, he was able to go over the top of him. And Logan just missed one. I don't think it has anything to do with him trying to block his shot at the rim. He just went up and missed that one when he had the angle. But at the same time, no, we don't change anything. We're gonna go at you. You have an angle. I want the guys going off and taking their shots and shooting their rhythm threes. But inside the paint, if you got an angle, I want them trying to attack at the rim.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.